So I'm just going to give a lowdown of what happened on the first trading day, the very first trading day of the brand new president-elect Joe Biden. Alright, the very first guy, the very first day. So very interestingly, yesterday, Monday, if you all actually were watching it live, guys, how many of you all were watching the market live yesterday? If you were, type in LIVE. Hi Cynthia. Alright, if you're watching the market live, type in live. Hi Tracy. Good to see you. Alright, we're trading live, type in live, LIVE live. Alright. So I want to share with you all that yesterday it was insane, right? So it was 1,600 points up yesterday. Alright, so it went nuts. Biden won, the market reacted crazily, pre-market, it went up through the freaking roof. Alright, it was over 1,600 points up. It was insane. Okay, but here's the thing. You know, man, I'm telling you, man, honestly speaking, it was seriously fishy business, right? Like, I cannot, like, man, you know, it's so political, it's insane, right? So it just as was predicted, on the very first day after the elections, guess what? After the elections, after Biden is supposedly has won the election, then the vaccine comes out. Right? Then the vaccine comes out. Then Pfizer announces that, you know, it's 90% likely that, you know, it's effective in phase 3. And then today, this morning, Eli Lilly gets the emergency FDA clearance. It's insane, man. Let me just share with you something. And there are some serious dark forces that are working against Donald Trump. Right? Some serious forces that don't want him to win. It's insane. Right? Even though he already knew that there was a vaccine, they literally were waiting until after the election. Let's wait for some people to die first. It's alright, but we need to do this only after the elections, only after Biden wins. Can you imagine the madness? Huh, guys? It's crazy, huh? How many of y'all think that's absolutely nuts? Right? If y'all think that's crazy, type in crazy or something. It's insane. It's absolutely nuts, right? So if you all read my post on the Telegram chat, you know, Eli, you know, they got the emergency FDA clearance. And if you read a little bit more into that, right, very simply, it suggests that it's effective in keeping all the people who have mild symptoms, mid symptoms, to, you know, basically cure it, right? And it's, oh man. So and then what happens is Joe Biden actually post on his Facebook and saying that I will be the president only on January 20th, right? And if you actually follow the entire saga right now, man, it's getting intense, right? People are actually you know, counting the ballots again. The intensity is increasing. You know, who knows what the hell is going to happen, right? The only thing that I know is going to happen is this. Very simple. Number one, the first thing is going to happen is there's going to be some intense volatility, guys. From now, November 10th, you see, this whole year has been volatile, but from now till January, right, till January 20, it's going to be intense movements. Alright, it's going to be very intense movements. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to move through the roof. It's going to be pretty insane. Alright, so anyways, I want to share with you all, yeah, so have a look, right now, if you actually have a look at the futures, right now, if you look at the futures are down 200 points, right? So it's looking to be another red day. It's as in, yesterday it was crazy, it went up through the roof and then it started selling off, alright? So here's the thing, okay guys, I'm going to mention some key points. I want you to take note and listen very clearly, okay? Listen very clearly, So number one, first thing which I want to share with you all is this, alright? Yesterday, a very obvious trade I took was this. Let me just share with you all. If you all actually have a look, the market literally popped, right? The market actually popped through the roof. It went past the resistance, hit an all-time new high. The SPY hit 364, okay? 364. So guys, can y'all please type down 364? I want to see. Right? Can all of you type down 364? Right? The market shot up to, the Dow Jones went up to 364. Alright, so it went up all the way 364, and then what happened very simply was this. Right? If you actually have a look, it actually broke resistance point. Okay, it broke resistance point, and one thing that was very clear was this. This was a massive rally for the last like 1 week or so. It wasn't just yesterday, it was like continuous again and again and again and again and again and again. Alright, so you know, a very again, this comes from, you know, call it instinct or call it whatever you want to call it, right? But when the market shoots up so much, when it goes up 1,600 points in one trading session after continuous green days leading up to it, it's very likely to come back down to support levels, right? And the support level was 355. So what I did very simply was to immediately initiate a buy put position at the start of the trading day. Immediately at the start of trading day, I initiated that position, you know, and it dropped significantly. You know, today, so I have the buy put position which I actually had for a short term, right? For a short term, it's not a long term position, it's just a short term position. Okay, it's just a short term position, and very simply today, if the market drops even more, I will close it out and take my profits, right? So, you know, that was in one night over 100% profit. Absolutely amazing trade that you know, we got into yesterday. You know, I really loved it. You know, I think a couple of them in the mastermind groups, in my mastermind groups, got in as well. So that was number one, right? So there's a very good question, which is, you know, how do we navigate such volatility? Yesterday was very interesting. Why? Because even though many stocks went up, there were many stocks that were down crazily as well, like massive crazy drops, right? Give you some examples. Yesterday, Shopify dropped 14%. Yesterday, SE dropped nearly 9.5%. Yesterday, PayPal dropped another 10%. Yesterday, Peloton, right? Peloton, which is one of my favorite stocks as well. Even PTON, right? Peloton, let's see how much it dropped, right? PTON dropped massively. PTON dropped how much? Yesterday, Peloton dropped, let me see. Right? Yesterday, Peloton dropped 20%. Right? Etsy dropped massively as well. So what we actually saw happening was many of these tech plays, many of the stay-at-home stocks, for example, they all dropped massively. The ones that actually flew were Boeing, Expedia. You saw RCL, for example, went up like crazy. We saw Disney fly through the roof. Right? So e-commerce, work from home stocks took a hit. Why? Very simply because, you know, the virus was found, the vaccine was found, and the vaccine is found, then hey, people don't stay at home. It actually, you know, so that is essentially what happened. But let me just share with you all, honestly speaking, guys, this is just my personal take. You know, y'all can choose to believe it or not. But very simply, you know, the reason why I took the buy put trade was for one very simple reason. In one day, besides the name of the president changing, nothing else really has changed, right? Yes, the president changed, the market shot up, but very simply again, what shoots up will come down. Alright, so the positions that I took very clearly was this. I took a buy put position. Today, I have it on as well. I will close it once the market opens, if it's another big red day, right? So right now, it looks like the market is dropping even more. It looks like it's dropping another 200-300 points today so far. It's still quite early, but you know, the futures are looking pretty red. Okay, so that's number one. The next thing which I actually foresee happening, let me just share with you all, is that I foresee coming back down to either about 337 or so. Right? If there's going to be a retracement, it'll probably come back down all the way down to about 337 before it continues going up. Okay, so that's one thing I want to share. The next thing which I want to share is this. Whenever you see insane volatility, whenever you see drops which are crazy like this on all these stocks, one of the things that you want to start doing immediately is to start selling options. Alright, you really want to be, you know, focusing on selling options, getting in good premiums at good prices, right? So let me give you some examples. Yesterday, what are some of the trades that I took? Let me just share with you all very openly. Yesterday, some of the trades that I took, right? Immediately, I opened positions on SE, right? I opened positions on SE. Let me just share with you all exactly the trades that I placed. Right, I immediately opened positions on SE. I sold puts on SE, and it was way out the money. I sold puts on SE. I sold puts on Peloton. So on Peloton, I sold an $80 put. Right, I sold an $80 put yesterday. I sold PayPal put options as well. I sold SE put options. So that's essentially what I did. All right. So I sold some put options, and the reason why I was only selling, so the trades that I placed yesterday, let me explain to you all. Number one, I actually bought a put on SPY, and today I'll close it out to take a profit. The next thing that I did was actually sold puts. Right, the reason why I didn't go ahead and yesterday immediately buy calls is because like I still foresee some selling off to actually come. Let's see what happens. I foresee some more selling off to come, and when the selling off comes, and when it comes back down to proper support levels, then I'll consider buying. Right, for example, for SE, right, if I would love to go and buy a call option, to actually buy another call option if SE comes back down to about 160. All right, so you all can write this down. All right, I will enter a long call on SE if it's at 160. As for now, I'll just sell my puts. So that's basically the price that I sold my puts for SE. Like I mentioned, I sold it at 135. All right, sold it at 135. That's exactly the price I sold it at. All right, so SPY buy put, can you still enter tonight? Probably not. Right. So when is your DTE for sell puts? My DTE for sell puts, for me personally, it depends on your portfolio size, but I stagger it, right? So I was mentioning in high IV environments, right? So yesterday, the IV environment, IV percentile shot through the roof, right? So in high IV environments like yesterday, what I do is I typically stagger. So I actually have it for December, I have it for January, I have some for November, December, January, right? So that's what I do. I do it for December, January, you know, I stack it out for 3 months and I just collect premiums out of the money, right? So that's how I do it. That's how I structure it. So yes guys, in the end of the day, stay at home stock or not stay at home stock or whatever it is, I don't give a shit, right? In the end of the day, please come back down to the fundamentals, right? With the fundamentals wise, whether COVID or not, e-commerce will still grow, right? It will still grow. So if you look at companies like Etsy, if you look at companies like SE for example, it will continue growing, right? So yesterday Etsy dropped 17%, it dropped massively, but then again it's hanging by the thread, right? It broke the 50 EMA, it looks like it's going to come down some more. So I have not entered buy call positions, but what I'm doing is I'm actually selling puts way out the money, right? So for Etsy for example, I'm selling puts at $100 to just collect some premiums and basically, you know, let time decay work its magic, right? So that's essentially what I'm doing to take advantage of the highly volatile price environment. Got it guys? Type in got it if you got it. But it seems to be very shaky. You know what I expect to happen, right? Let me just share with you all very clearly, right? So what I expect to happen is you know, I really expect a lot more, like literally it's probably going to be back to March days, right? From now till January, probably every other day you'll probably see 300, 400, 500 points. It's going to be pretty insane. Okay. Right, it's going to be pretty insane. It's going to be highly volatile. So make sure you have your bullets ready. Make sure you can take advantage. And yeah, man, you know, if a massive red day comes, then if another massive red day comes, then there might be a time to go and buy a call on the SPY, right? So let's watch for that. Either way, right, whatever happens, let's see. Probably a stimulus might be announced. If a stimulus is announced, then it's really all the way up. But let's see how it goes, right? So that's basically what I want to share with regards to the trades that I placed. Let me see the questions. Alright, I want to thank you for the Baba sell put trade. Yeah, Chang, fantastic. I made some good profits from that as well. Hey Israel, good to see you from Australia. Right? Do you all have any other questions? I want to see the questions and I'm going to answer some of a few select questions. Do you all have any questions? SQ, IV is still high. Is it appropriate sell put as ceiling? Right? Let me just share with you all. Let's look at SQ. Right? So let's look at SQ. SQ, let me just share with you all. Guys, don't touch. Right? So for SQ wise, my personal take is really don't touch. Yesterday it dropped another 7%, but dude, don't sell puts anywhere close, right? It's gonna take another big tumble, in my personal opinion, right? Like, you know, to me it's more of a buy put play than a sell put play, right? For SQ at least, right? So it looks like it can drop a lot more because it's still hanging by a thread, it's still far away from the 20 EMA. So I expect it to drop even more. Let's see what happens. I expect it to drop even more. That's basically what I'm saying, right? So probably a buy put on that would be more likely, right, for SQ personally, right? So if you're not comfortable with buying puts, then just stay away. All right, then just stay away. What to do now? Your portfolio, sea of red. Celebrate, rejoice. If you have good companies, it's perfectly fine. Right? I had a buy call on PTON. Now, do I sell call or sell put on PTON? Let me just see. I had a buy call on PTON. Now do I sell call or sell put on PTON to recover? Right? So very simply, Derek, it's important to know when your buy call is. Right? Like what's the expiry date for the stock? Right? Is it a long term? Is it a short term? For example, you got to actually point it out, right? So for me personally, let's say for example, if you do have a long term buy call on PTON, what I would do is I will sell short term calls, right? Why? Because the IV environment is still high. It's over 70%, right? 78% down. So I think it's pretty decent, right, for you to sell calls to recover, right? So like these stocks, when they recover, they can recover pretty fast, right? For PTON, the fundamentals are still damn steady. If you look at the last earnings, man, it was absolutely amazing, right? They smashed earnings. They're doing really well, right? So the company is seriously growing. It's just the crazy market volatility and new precedent and whatever not, vaccine and stuff like that, right? So don't focus so much on the noise. If you look at the fundamentals and you take advantage whenever good stocks come to a suitable price, you'll be good. Okay. All right. Let's look at VEEV. VEEV. Right, so yesterday VEEV had another, again Dominic is mentioning about VEEV. VEEV is a very good stock, right? Viva Systems, I've been studying this stock for many years, never really traded it, but this year it shot through the roof, right? But yesterday there was a very big sell-off, right, at about 269, right? Something possible to look at as well, right? Fantastic company, really doing well. Yeah, for this one it looks good, man. It came back down. Let's see, wait for a reversal, right? Wait for a reversal. If there's a green candle going up, then that's something to actually consider buying calls on. All right, with regards to VIX, so yesterday obviously with the huge drop, VIX came back down to about $25. For me, like I mentioned, one of the things you can actually look to do if you actually want to, right? Yesterday your VXX dropped a lot again, right? There's going to be crazy volatility and it's going to continue spiking and stuff like that. So hey, if you want to go and sell puts, that'll be okay. In my opinion, again, when it goes up, close, take your profits, that's it, be done with it. All right, so that's what I have to share. If your PTON buy call expires in April 2021, that's a very short term, and if it's 50% down, close. All right, 50% down, close. Right. With regards to CrowdStrike, let's see CrowdStrike. Right. So yesterday CrowdStrike dropped a lot as well. Yesterday, just to share with you all, with regards to CrowdStrike, I personally for my own portfolio wise, I personally took on a long-term 2022 position. Right. I took on a long-term buy call 2022 position for CRWD. That's what I did. Big red day yesterday, it dropped nearly nearly 11%. So I took on that position for me personally, right? So again, that was my only long-term buy call. I had a buy put, and most of all, everything else I was actually selling puts. All right, so that's basically what I did. I sell put expiring 20th November. It depends on your sell. It depends on your strike, right? I also have a sell put for Fastly expiring 20th November, but I'm well in profit because I sold way out of the money, right? So it depends on what's your strike price, right? Fastly again right now is at your 200 EMA support, so it looks pretty decent. Yesterday also didn't drop so much, even though it's a kind of like a stay-at-home kind of stock. Not as in it grew so much because of the entire coronavirus thing, right? So it dropped nearly about 5% yesterday, not as much as everything else. But then again, I'm good, right? So I have Fastly positions as well, just to share with you. I have Fastly positions. Let me share with you my exact position. I have a 55 put, right, which is pretty much going to expire November 20. So I'm all good, right? So again, guys, with regards to my strategy in this kind of market scenario, I turn to become a seller. I sell. If I do have long-term positions, it's all long-term, 2022, and that's how I do it. That's it. Simple, right? So it applies for every other stock. If it comes back down to your support levels, you want to sell at your support levels. If it does come back down to support levels and you really like it, then you go and buy calls. Just follow the rules, guys. All right, so follow the rules. That's what you do. All right, and today, guys, if there is another market meltdown, I might appear live, right? How many of y'all would love for me to come live when the market opens later? Right? If y'all would love for me to appear live when the market opens later, can y'all please click on the love button and please type in go live, go live, go live, go live, go live. Alright? And I might come live later if the market continues to melt down. Then I might share some exact more trades that I'll place. Sounds good? Smash the love buttons, type in go live. Alright, so I might go live. I will share some actual positions later. Let's see how it goes. Let's see my mood. And we'll do it, right? So I will do it at 10:30 lah. Won't do it so late, okay? I'll do it at 10:30. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so I can share with you all some actual trades so you all can actually take advantage. Alright guys, so anyways, the last thing which I want to share, just in conclusion, very simply is this, just a last call, again, very simple, last final call. For those of you all who, are watching this video, you want to be able to take advantage of this crazy volatility and be able to make money, especially during this season, right? And you want to just get live guidance from me. We do have just a few more slots available for the live session, live options and stock trading session, which is happening on the 27th and 28th of November. This is live in person where you meet me, where I'm coaching you live, I'm holding your hand, I'm trading live with you to really become a master at stocks and options. Alright, so if you want to sign up for that, it's only like $4.97 or something. Right, so I'm going to put the link down in the comment section. If you want to go and register, I have very few seats left. It'll probably be sold out by this week. So if you really want to get guidance, you want to be able to take advantage of this and properly learn, right? Properly learn. Again, please don't do this if you don't understand what the hell you're doing, right? So if you want to come live and learn, it's on the 27th and 28th, right? Please go and register for this session. The link is there. I think Hazik is putting the link down right now. You all can actually see, right? So again, if you all want to sign up for that, and I will guide you live with regards to how to make money. Alright? Okay guys, so please come and meet me live if you all want to. If you all are in Singapore, it will be really useful. And that's all I want to share, guys. And will there be a mastermind group or live class? Absolutely, Tommy. There will be a mastermind group as well. Okay, so anyways, that's all I want to share, guys. I hope you guys have benefited from the session. If you have, let me know, and I might see you guys later live when the market actually opens. Alright, so take care, God bless, and see y'all. Bye bye.